grandchildren because I don't follow Kara's rules.
A mother who won't give in.
They're used to very strict routines.
Grandmothers spoil their grandchildren. Mom, get over yourself.
And a father who won't put out.
You've done it twice in the last year. You have rules. 3 minutes for sexual activity.
The commercial is about 3 minutes, so we can go do it and I can get back to my TV show.
Let's do it. I hate to see people suffering, and you've heard long enough.
Stand by, Dr.
I hate to see people suffering you get the help that you need. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
My guest Pat says her daughter-in-law Kara is a vindictive bitch who has brainwashed her son Todd against her and imposed stupid rules.
Who has brainwashed her son Todd against her and imposed stupid
Kara
rules.
is a bitch,
Take a look.
and I wish she had not married my son Todd.
Kara is a bitch.
Kara controls everything. Kara will make life miserable for my son if Todd does not agree with everything that she says. Kara has a list of rules. I have to make an appointment to see Todd or my granddaughters. Kara packs Todd's lunch every day. Todd is hungry, and he has asked me on numerous occasions for money so that he can maybe get a Danish. If I need anything and I call and ask for it, Todd does have to get it approved by Kara. Several years ago, I had this flu. I called and asked Todd if he would run to the store. Kara said to Todd, "She's not infirmed, is she?"
If he would run to the store,
He didn't come
Kara said to
over.
Todd, "She's
I
not
cried my
infirmed,
heart
is she?"
out. He's my only son and my only family in town.
I cried my
Who
heart
else
out.
could I call?
He's my only son
I
and my
wish
only
that
family
Todd
in town.
sometimes would
Who else
have
could I call? I
stand
wish
up to
that
Kara.
Todd sometimes would have the
But Kara
Just
and Todd
Kara.
say Pat needs rules to follow because she has
But Kara
no
and Todd say
clue
Pat
what the
needs
word
rules to follow
boundary
because she has no clue
I
what
absolutely
the
feel
word boundary
that I should take precedence over my mother-in-law. Pat involves herself in our marriage and our lives way too much. When our first daughter was born, Pat was very upset that she was not allowed to stay in the room when I was having the epidural appointment. And she actually argued with the doctor. She was horrified. And she actually acted like we had just shot her dog. Horrified. And acted like we
My
had
mom
just
has
shot her
no
dog.
respect for boundaries.
Pat has a very unhealthy attachment to Todd. Pat does treat Todd as a husband figure. She depends on him very much emotionally.
My mom goes for the jugular anytime we fight about Kara. She takes care of me. She's been very rude to my wife. She takes care
Pat
of
has
me.
said that I brainwashed her son.
I'm sick and tired of
Pat has
being in the
said
middle of my
that I
mom and Kara.
brainwashed her
I want
son.
this done. I'm sick and tired of being in the middle of my mom and Kara.
You had some pretty strong language for your daughter.
You had some pretty strong
You say
language
that she is
for your
straight up
daughter.
a bitch.
I
You
was
say
asked for
that
my
she
honest
is
opinion,
No,
and
straight
I
up a bitch.
gave it.
I was
How you
asked
getting
for
along
my
with your
honest
son?
opinion,
Yeah,
and,
I
and,
understand.
and I gave it.
So that's not
Hey,
working
get along
either.
with your son.
Is
I'm
it
not.
because, as they
So that's
say,
not
you
working
don't
either.
respect or
Is
understand
it
boundaries,
because,
or
as
is
they
it
say,
because
you
they're
don't
just being
respect or understand
unkind and
boundaries, or is
ridiculous?
it because they're just being
I
unkind
respect
and ridiculous?
boundaries. They go overboard on things.
I
Okay.
respect boundaries.
Does she still
They
mother
go
you?
overboard on things.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I lived with my
Does
mom
she still
for
mother you?
probably longer than I should have.
So you were living with your mother?
I was, yes.
Probably longer than I
should have.
So you
So
were
you
living
were
with
how
your
old?
mother.
I was, yes. About
In the
30.
basement.
Admittedly, I was there longer than
So
I
you
should
were
have
how
been.
old?
Well, you said you think
About 30.
she underfeeds
Admittedly, I
him.
was there longer than I should have
We've
been.
had discussions.
said you
Todd
think
and I have
she
discussions about
underfeeds
that.
him?
He's diabetic.
We
I'll
had
admit there's
discussions,
some
Todd
days
and I
where,
had
I'm
discussions
still
about
a
that.
little hungry. I mean, I know I've got
I'll
such
admit
a
there's some
svelte
days where
figure,
but
but
still a little hungry. I mean, I know I've got such a svelte figure.
I like to think I'm a normal guy, and sometimes I just want
Just
a
I
little
like to
extra.
think
That's
I'm a
all.
normal
Not-
guy.
So do you call your mom?
No, I don't
extra,
call,
that's all. I'm not-
the way
So do
my
you
mom
call
would
your
have
mom?
it made is like I'm calling
I
her on a
don't
daily
call-
basis, sending
The
an
way
SOS.
my mom would
Would you
have
have
it made
called?
is like
have
I'm
called,
calling
yes.
her on a
Instead of
daily
hungry?
basis, sending an SOS.
When
Would you have
we're having a normal
That's not an
conversation.
essay
Instead of
question.
No, yes, I have.
When
Yes.
we're having a
yes.
normal
And so
conversation.
what
Say
would you do?
question.
No, yes, I have.
Give him a
Yes,
couple
you
bucks.
have. And so
$5
what would you do?
To go get a snack?
Give him a couple bucks. $5.
To go get
Do
a
you know
snack?
that happens?
No, I didn't know that until now.
Do you know that that happens?
Do you know that
No, I didn't
sometimes
know that
if
until
he's
now.
frustrated with you, that
Do
he
you
calls
know that
her and talks to her
sometimes
about
if he's
you?
frustrated with
We
you,
went to
that
marriage
he
counseling
calls
about
her
it.
and talks
And we've
to her
since
about
stopped.
you?
I hope they
We
told
went to
you not
marriage
to do
counseling
that.
about it.
Yes, they
And
did.
we've since
Because see,
I hope they
parents,
told
then
you
all
not
they
to
hear
do
are the
that.
negatives.
Yes, they
Right.
They're not there
Because
when
see,
you make up. 'Cause
Parents,
that'd really
then all
be
they
creepy.
hear are the negatives. They're not there when you
But
make
if you
up.
call
That'd
and,
really
and
be
dog
creepy.
on your wife to your mother, then she
But if you
hears
call
all of
and
that,
dog on
so
your
she
wife
gets
to
a
your
negative
mother,
opinion
then
of you,
she
which is
hears
not
all of
fair to
that.
her,
So she gets a
and then
negative
you're
opinion
offended,
of you,
and it
which
all
is not
started
fair
with
to
him.
her.
Not
And then
her,
you're
but
offended,
him.
and it all
And
started
it's
with
kind of
him.
hard to unring that bell. I mean, this is
Not
her
her,
only
but
child.
him.
I mean, this is he's
And
lived
it's
with
kind
her
of
till
hard to
she's
ring that
30.
bell.
This
I
has
mean,
been her
this is her only
significant other.
child.
All of a
I mean,
sudden, you're the other
He's lived
woman.
with her till she's
And then
30.
he's
This has
complaining
been
to
her
her about
significant
you,
other. All of a
and then
sudden,
y'all
you're
don't
the
get
other
along, and
woman.
we wonder why.
And then he's complaining to her about you, and then y'all don't get
should
along,
have
and
my
we
own
wonder
show.
why. I should have my own show.
Well, Kara has rules, and this is according to
Well,
you.
Kara has rules.
Todd's not allowed to
And
visit
this
Pat
is according
without
to you.
Kara's permission.
Todd's not allowed to
true?
visit Pat
He's
without
not allowed to go
Kara's
over there
permission.
without checking in first and
Is that
saying,
true?
hey, are you and the kids okay?
He's not allowed to go
So
over
that's a
there without
yes.
checking in
Sure,
first
yeah.
and saying, hey, are you and the
Pat's
kids
not
okay?
allowed to
So that's
buy
a yes.
Todd any
Sure,
gifts unless Christmas
Pat's
or
not
birthday.
allowed to buy
$300
Todd
glasses for
any
no good
gifts
reason.
unless Christmas
Pat's
or
not
birthday.
allowed to make doctor's
$300
appointments
glasses
for
for no
Todd.
good reason.
Yeah, I think
Pat's
that's
not
outrageous.
allowed
Make
to
his
make
doctor's
doctor's appointments for Todd.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I think
but
that's
I
You
will.
did?
You make his
Yes, I
doctor's
did.
appointments?
Todd's
Not
not allowed to
anymore,
call Pat
but
and
I
ask for
did.
help or
Yes, I
advice
did.
when sick, etc. Don't
Todd's
turn
not
him off.
allowed to call Pat and ask for
Right.
help or advice when
Okay,
sick,
no
etc.
spending
Don't turn
Christmas
him
or Thanksgiving at Pat's
Right.
house.
That's
off.
not
Okay,
100%
no
true.
spending
I
Christmas
have
or Thanksgiving at Pat's
invited her
house.
to come along
That's
with
not
us, and
100%
if she'd
true.
like us to come to
I
her
have
house and have dinner, that's
invited
fine.
her
We
to
can go
come
on
along
an
with us, and
adjoining
if she'd like us
day
to
that
come to her house
weekend.
and have dinner, that's fine.
Whenever she'd
We
like,
can
I'm
go
not
on an
asking her
adjoining
not
day
to
that
see us.
weekend.
But not on
Whenever
Christmas
she'd
and
like,
not
I'm
on
not asking
Thanksgiving
her
Day.
But you
not
can come with
see
us.
But not
Number
on
6,
Christmas and not
Todd's
on
not allowed
Thanksgiving.
to
But you
run
can come
errands or
with
do
us.
things for Pat
Number 6,
unless
Todd's
approved
not
by
allowed
Kara.
to run
And it has to
errands
do
or
with
do
the fact
things
that I'm
for
moving the
Pat
kids, and he just needs
unless
to call
approved
home
by
first.
Kara.
Pat not
And it
allowed
has
to
to
buy
do with the fact
groceries
that
or
I'm moving the kids,
toiletries
and
for
he just
Todd,
needs to call
including
home
Slim
Pat not
Jims
allowed
and
to buy
flavored water.
groceries or
Yeah,
toiletries
that's
for
ridiculous.
Todd, including Slim
Pat
Jims
not
and
allowed
flavored
to
water.
show up unannounced
that's
at Kara and
ridiculous.
Todd's has to make an
Pat not
appointment.
allowed to show
Just
up
show up.
unannounced at Kara
Todd
and
not
Todd's
allowed
has
to
to make an
give
appointment.
children social security
Show
numbers
up.
to Pat.
That was a
Todd's not
decision we made
allowed
together.
to give children social
Kara
security
says
numbers
Pat
to
being
Pat.
part
That
of her
was a decision
grandchildren's
together.
lives is a privilege
Kara
that
says
will
Pat
be
being
revoked
part of
if
her
she continues
grandchildren's
to break her
lives is
and
a
Todd's
privilege
parenting
that
rules.
will be revoked.
Find out
She
why Pat
continues to
says
break
these
her
rules
and
are meant
Todd's
to be
parenting
broken
rules.
after the break.
Find out why Pat says these rules are meant to be broken after the break.
I can't see my grandchildren because I didn't follow Kara's rules.
I believe that she should have her own set of rules when it comes to the children.
Rules are meant to be broken.
Set of rules when it comes to the
And
children.
later,
Rules are meant to be
Lindsay said
broken.
that sex is right.
Sex is like a burden.
And
Charles
later,
asked me
Lindsay said that sex is right.
Lindsay, I think tonight we can, and I'll sometimes say yes, and then I'll pray to God to fall
Tonight
asleep
we
on the
can,
couch.
and I'll sometimes say yes, and then I'll pray to God to fall
Tomorrow on an
asleep on the
all-new
couch.
Dr. Phil.
My daughter is a neutral.
Always around, she just can't see the mouse.
she can't see the mouse. How many fingers on the whole thing?
6, 3, 6.
She saw that, okay.
Just think
How many car wrecks have you had?
it won't get worse.
I want another kid.
How would you find the child in your room?
It gets worse.
How would you find the child?
So you're
It
adding.
gets worse. That's
So you're
tomorrow.
adding.
That's tomorrow.
Pat believes that she should have her own set of rules when it comes to the children.
Rules are meant to be broken. Rule number 1, they can't get up before 8:15. I don't think that's realistic at all.
They can't get
Rule
up
number
before
2, nap
8:15.
time
I don't think
around
that's realistic
1:30.
at all.
I try to get my
Number
older
2,
granddaughter
nap
to take a
time
nap, but I
around
don't
1:30.
force her to
I
lay
try to
down
get my
if she
older
doesn't want
granddaughter
to.
to take a nap.
Rule number 3, their bedtime is 7:30.
Rule number 3, their bedtime
A couple of
is
weeks ago, we had a pretty bad argument, and we had fallen asleep in the car. So we had to wake them up from argument. He had
Kara
fallen asleep
and
in
I
the
got
car.
furious.
So we had to wake them up. They were very
The worst thing that Kara said to me was, get out of my damn house.
We haven't seen her since then.
If my mom doesn't follow my rules, I'm not going to feel comfortable with her watching my kids.
I can't see my grandchildren because I don't follow Tara's rules.
I can't see my grandchildren because I don't follow.
How do you feel about all this?
I love my grandchildren.
How do you feel about
My
all
son and my daughter-in-law,
I
when
love
they
my
saw them in the
grandchildren.
back of the car sleeping.
My son and my
I'm
daughter-in-law,
furious.
when they saw them in the back of the
Oh,
car sleeping.
great. They're both
I'm
asleep.
furious. Oh,
And they came
great.
and each one
They're
got one of them and
both
took them
asleep.
in the house.
And they
And
came
I said,
and each
how
one
do
got
you
one of them
keep
and
two
took them
little girls
in
from
the
falling
house.
asleep in a
And I
car?
said, how do you keep two little girls from falling asleep?
They're used to very strict routines with sleep, and
They're used to very strict
I just
routines
said
with
that
sleep.
it affects them because they're going to
And
be tired at 5
I
o'clock,
just
and I know that's
said
not your
that it
problem.
affects them because they're going to be tired at
I was
5
upset
o'clock,
about
and I
it.
know that's not your problem.
So why have you not
I was upset
seen
about it.
So
each
why
other for
have
5 weeks,
you
and
not
why is she not
seen
seeing children?
She
each
didn't
other for
exactly
5
pick up the
weeks,
phone
and why
either,
is she
just to
not
set
seeing
the
the children?
record straight.
She
I
didn't
was not going
exactly
to give
pick
them the
up the phone
opportunity
either,
to
just
tell
to
me I
set the
couldn't
record
see them
straight.
because I know they wouldn't let
I
me
was
see
not
them.
going to give them the
So
opportunity
this
to
is
tell me I
hurt
couldn't
your
see them
feelings.
because I know they wouldn't let me
Yes,
see them.
yes, a lot.
So this is.
Does anybody want to know what I think about all this?
Please.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Anybody want to know what I think about all this?
Please.
First off, you have a relationship with your mother
First off,
that you certainly
have a relationship
were happy
with your mother
and
that
trusting
you
and bonded
certainly
with
were
for 30
happy
years
with
living in her
and
house.
trusting
Then
and bonded
you decide
with
it's
for
time to
30
move
years
on, which
living
is
in her
fine.
house.
So
Then
here
you
she
decide
is.
it's
She's
time
been
to
moved
move
on
which is
from.
fine.
So it's
here
interesting
she
to
is.
see
She's been
how
moved
you
on
handle
from.
that.
So it's
Are
interesting
you
to
gracious
see
about
how
it?
you handle
Are you
that.
generous about it?
Are you gracious
Or
about it?
have you moved
Are you
on and so
generous
now
about
you have
Or
rules? You
have
have
you
this
moved
or
on
you have
and so
that.
now you
Yeah,
have
so
rules.
I kind of
You
look at
have
that, and I
this
think a
and you
big
have
part
that.
of this problem between these two
so
is
I
because
kind
of
of
you.
look at that, and I think a big part of this problem between these
I
two
would
is
agree to
because
that,
of you.
too.
Because of you.
I would agree to that.
And I look at your situation. You have the
And
kids,
I look
which
at
she
your
obviously
situation.
loves and
You have
adores.
the kids, which she obviously loves
Grandmothers
and
are
adores.
put on this earth to
She-
spoil their
grandmothers
grandchildren.
are put on this earth to spoil their
I'm
grandchildren.
not arguing that.
That doesn't mean that there aren't rules that need to be respected.
That
I
doesn't
get
mean
that.
there aren't rules that need to
But,
be
Mom,
respected. I get that.
Get over yourself.
But, Mom,
I mean, come on.
get over yourself.
I'm a grandparent, so I probably should recuse myself. If there are medical needs for these children that need to be respected, you need to respect them 100 out of 100
to be
times.
respected. You need to
Other than
respect
that,
them 100 out of
Are we
100 times.
more negotiable?
Other than that, are we more negotiable?
What is it I'm saying that is so offensive to your sensibilities? Think about
What
that,
is it I'm saying
because
that
I
is
bet
so
you have a long list.
offensive
You
to
can
your
tell me after the
sensibilities?
break.
Think about that, because I bet you have a long list. You can tell me after the break.
So she buys him a pair of $300 glasses. So what?
So she buys him a
To
pair
know
of
how to work for
$300
things. He
glasses.
wants
You're
to
not his mother.
He needs to know how to work for things. On
You're
your
not
own.
his mother.
This May on Dr. Phil. It's a month of controversial guests.
Are you on medication
Minimal.
because you're slurring your words? She threw a temper tantrum in the hotel room
Because you're
talking to
slurring
my
your
staff.
Am I
She
going
threw
to
a
get
temper
my
tantrum
word
in
to
the
talk?
hotel
I
room
came here.
talking to my
This is
staff.
my story. This is just not what I came on this show for. This is my
Shocking
story.
accusation.
This is just
How do you
not
feel
what I
about being
came
here
on
with
this show
Chris?
for.
I am terrified.
I am guilty of being a bad guy, but I am not a pedophile.
No, it's
I am guilty of being a bad guy, but I am not.
Dr. Phil exclusives.
Miranda Barber says she has murdered dozens of
Dr.
people.
Phil, the suspect's family, speaks out.
She said she hacked a man to death in the front seat of a car. What has she said to you about that man?
Plus, police say her ex starved their 5-year-old son. Police say and kept him locked beneath the stairs.
His face was black and purple.
The exclusive stories.
What did he tell you about the closet?
This May on Dr. Phil.
What did he tell you about the
This May on Dr. Phil.
Now, before the break, You were giving me this.
Now, before the break,
I wish you would shut
you
up
were
and die.
giving me this.
What is it that
I
I'm
wish
saying
you would
that's
shut
offensive
up
to
and
your
die.
sensibility?
What is it that I'm saying that's offensive to your sensibility?
Family. I just want her to
be allowed to have my
be a grandmother
family.
and not a mother.
I just want her
To my
to
kids, not
be a grandmother
to respect
and
that
not a
he
mother.
is a man.
To my kids, not
May I add on to
respect
that?
that
little boy.
he's a man.
May I add on to that?
May I add on to
I
that?
completely, like I said, I
May I
take
add on to
responsibility that I
I
definitely
completely,
lived
like I
with my
said,
mom
I
a
take
lot longer than
responsibility
I should
that
have,
I
and that
definitely
I have
lived with
contributed
my
to
mom
this
a
issue.
lot
I
longer than I
recognize
should
that.
have, and that I have
And
contributed to this issue.
On
I recognize that.
I agree
And
with her 100%. I think,
On
have I become my own man
I
a
agree
little
with
bit
her
late in life?
100%.
Yes,
I think-
absolutely.
Have I become my
I
own man
love
a
my
little bit
mom.
late
I
in
do.
life? Yes,
I love
absolutely.
her. But the way things have gone
I
lately,
love
things
my
have
mom.
to
I do.
change.
Well,
love
then
her.
negotiate
But the way things have
change.
gone lately,
So
things
she
have
buys
to
him a
change.
pair of $300
Negotiate
glasses.
change.
So why?
So she buys him a pair of $300 glasses.
So what do you care what she does with her money?
He needs to know how to work for the things that he wants.
You're not his mother.
He needs to know how to work for the things that he wants.
You're not his mother.
No, seriously. You don't want to get in a parent-child relationship with him. You need to man up and manage your relationship with your mother. You need to respect your wife. You need to respect your wife, and you need to have undivided loyalty to your wife. But you draw from separate accounts. You have a mother love account, and you have a wife love account. Those don't intersect.
And you have a wife
the
love
greatest
account.
gift
Those
you can
don't
give him
intersect.
is to foster
And
an
the
ongoing
greatest
healthy
gift
relationship
you can
with
give
his
him
mother.
is
The
to
greatest
foster an
gift
ongoing healthy relationship
you can
with
give
his
your
mother.
children
The greatest
is to
gift
foster loving, extended
you
family
can give your
relationships on
children
both
is
sides.
to foster
Your
loving,
family
extended family
and his
relationships
family.
on both
That's
sides.
the greatest gift you can
Your
be. Be
family
someone that
and
just
his
is
family.
all-inclusive,
That's the greatest
loves
gift
everybody,
you can be. Be someone
and
that
if
just
there
is
are things that you
all-inclusive,
feel like
loves everybody,
she's crossing
and
the line
if there
on,
are things that you feel like
drop her a note
she's
about
crossing
it.
the line
Say
on,
something about it. It doesn't have to be
drop
World
her
War
a
III.
note about it.
And you need
Say
to
something
recognize
about it. It doesn't have to be
she
World
is
War
the other
III.
woman.
And you
He
need to
is 30.
recognize
He doesn't need you
she is the
to
other woman.
bring him
He
snacks.
is
He
30.
doesn't need you to make his doctor's
bring him
appointments.
snacks. He doesn't
You need
you
to respect
to make his
some
doctor's
boundaries.
appointments.
But
You need
this
to
has
respect
a lot. I'm telling
some
you, this
boundaries,
is
but
90% you.
This has a
and
lot.
5%
I'm telling you,
each
this
of
is
them.
90% you
She's not a
and
bitch.
5%
Get
each
the
of
chip
them.
off your shoulders. This is not
She's
the
not
Wicked
a
Witch.
bitch. Get
Here,
the chip
she's
off
just
your
trying to
shoulders.
find a
This is
place
not the
where
Wicked
everybody
Witch.
gets to do what they need to
Here,
do, right?
she's just trying to find a place where
understand
everybody
that
gets to do what they need to do, right?
Have all the rules.
And understand that
Parents
grandparents don't.
Next, a
have all
husband
the
with a
rules.
very simple
Parents
question.
have.
How can he get
Next,
more
a
sex?
husband with a very simple
His wife
question.
says her libido
How
is
can he
non-existent
get more
and she'd be
sex?
happy if she never
His wife says
had
her
to
libido
do it
is
again.
non-existent and
Can
she'd
this
be happy
couple's
if
sex
she
life
never
be
had
spiced
to
up?
do it again.
Or will it be bland
Can this
forever? We're
couple's
going to
sex
find out
life
when we
be
come back.
spiced up? Or will it be bland forever? We're going to find out when we come back.
Charles asked me everywhere in Facebook, Lindsay, you think tonight we can, and I'll sometimes say yes, and then I'll pray to God and fall asleep on the couch.
Lindsay says that sex is great.
Yes, and then I'll pray to God he falls asleep on the couch.
Hey,
Lindsay
Dr.
says
Phil
that
here. Did
sex
you
is
know that
great.
more than 16 million kids in the U.S.
Hey, Dr.
are at
Phil here.
risk
Did
of
you know
hunger
that
each
more than
day?
16
That's
million
more than
kids
1
in
in
the
5
U.S.
children.
are
Now,
at risk
these
of
are
hunger
our
each day?
neighbors, our
That's more
kids
than
that
1 in
play in the
5
neighborhood,
children. Now,
co-workers,
these are our
friends'
neighbors,
children.
our
The
kids
problem
that
is
play in the
closer
neighborhood,
than you would think.
co-workers,
But so
friends'
is the
children.
solution.
The problem
Join me
is
and
closer
visit
than you would think. But so is the
feedingamerica.org/hunger
solution.
to find your
Join
local
me
food
and
bank to
visit
help. I'm Dr. Phil, and
feedingamerica.org/hunger
together
to find your
we
local
are
food
Feeding
bank to
America.
help. I'm Dr. Phil, and together we are Feeding America.
Lindsay says she loves her husband Charles, but they have two big
Lindsay
problems.
says she loves her
Sex
husband Charles, but
and
they
numbers.
have two big problems.
Charles could have sex 10
Sex
times a day.
and numbers.
Lindsay prefers
Charles could have sex 10
Zero.
times a day.
and when they
Lindsay
do have it,
prefers
which is once or twice a year,
0.
she has what
And when
she
they do
calls
have it, which is
a
once or
3-minute
twice a
rule.
year, she has what
Take a
she
look.
calls a 3-minute rule.
When I was pregnant with my daughter about 5 years
Take a
ago, my sex drive went completely downhill. Charles' cravings for sex never stopped.
When my wife was pregnant the first time, I did stray away from my marriage. I said, I can't be with someone who can't give me love affection. And she said, I'm sorry that I can't do that.
Since my son has been born, we have been sleeping in separate beds. Charles asked me Lindsay, we think tonight we can, and I'll sometimes say yes, and then I'll pray to God tonight we can.
Lindsay says that sex is great.
Sex is like a burden because I only do it for Charles, not for me. It's just for Charles. I would rather take care of my husband very quickly rather than have to take off my clothes When Charles and I are having sex, sometimes I will lay there and I will count to 100 because I'm thinking, okay, he'll probably be done by the time I get 90, 95.
It feels like my manhood and my self-esteem has been stripped away from me. It's almost like I'm on a mission.
I have gained some weight since I had my second child. I don't want to see anything without clothes on, period.
I've tried several things, buying her flowers, cooking her dinner, but I just don't know the answer to making her sex drive better.
I want to have sex, and I want to be happy and want to, and to make Charles happy. I want to have sex, but I can't. It is not in me. And to make Charles happy, but I can't.
Okay, now I assume you guys are here because you want to fix it.
Now I assume
I want to fix
you
it,
guys are
definitely.
here because
You don't want to have sex, right?
No, I do not.
But you want to want
I
to.
You're
want
saying you
to
don't want to
Okay,
have
see,
sex,
that's
right?
important.
I do not.
She wants
you
to want to. She
want
just
to.
doesn't want to.
Okay,
Exactly.
see, that's important. She wants to want to. She
You
just
have
doesn't
rules
want
for
to.
this, right?
Exactly.
He must shower.
Oh, yeah.
You have rules.
He can't drink
That's
beer.
right.
No.
He must
No.
shower.
The baby must be
He can't
asleep.
drink beer.
Yes.
3 minutes for sexual
The baby
activity.
must be asleep.
How'd you come to 3?
3 minutes
And the commercials
for
are about 3
sexual
minutes,
activity.
so we can go do it, then I can get back to my TV show.
So you got to get in there, do it, and get back in 3 minutes.
So you got to get in there, do it, and get back in
Yeah.
3 minutes.
You've actually taken to
3 minutes. I mean, that's tough.
bribing
Yeah.
her. You've
You've
tried
actually
scheduling date
taken
nights.
to
Yes,
Good
sir.
idea.
bribing
Compliments.
her.
Yes, sir.
You've tried scheduling date
You purchased her
nights.
new
Good idea.
clothes, bathing
Compliments.
suits,
Yes, sir.
flowers and
You
candles.
purchased her new clothes,
You
bathing
prepared
suits.
gourmet
Yes, sir.
meals, steak
Flowers
dinners.
and
I've even
candles.
cut her steak for her.
You
Everything
prepared
back.
Cut her
gourmet
steak for.
meals, steak dinners.
I've even cut her steak
You've
for
poured
her.
wine,
Cut her
made
steak
tea, candles. You've tried porn,
You've poured
sex
wine,
toys.
made tea,
No, sir,
candles.
we've
You've
never tried
porn,
that.
sex
I will
toys.
not
She
try
will
that.
not
He
allow
knows
that.
that.
Well,
sir,
you
we've
think it's
never
funny,
tried that.
right?
I think because it's so fake. I mean, what do you get on there? There's this music and it's like, oh yeah. I mean, that's just not. It's not real. It's so fake. I mean, I don't know. That just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, so that's not your cup of tea.
No, it's not.
That just doesn't do
Why do you
anything for
think
me.
it is?
Yeah, so that's not your cup of tea.
I'm not really sure
Why do you think
how I'm
that
in
is?
this boat. I just want the boat to
I'm
float a
not
little
really
better.
sure how I'm in this boat.
But
I
you've
just
done
want
it
the boat
twice
to
this
float a little
year.
better.
Since Christmas, I'd say yes. We've probably done it twice.
But you've done
Like
it
last
twice
night.
this year.
I was promised,
I'd say yes. We've
you know,
probably done
last
it twice.
night that, hey,
Like last night.
we've never
I
been
was
to Los
promised.
Angeles. Y'all can tell
Yeah,
by the
last
southern
night, hey.
accents. You know, we're a long ways away
We've
from
never
home.
been to
and
Los Angeles. Y'all can
this
tell
is
by
going to
the southern
happen.
accents.
I'm ready.
We're
We're
a
late
long
in the
ways
bed
away
shoes.
from
I'm
home.
really tired. I was like,
This is going to happen.
He got up.
I'm
He's like,
ready.
we'll
We're
just
late
wait
in the
tomorrow. I'm
bed
like,
shoes.
no.
I'm really tired.
Well, just come on. Let's go. Come
He
on.
got up. He's
Take
like,
them
we'll
off.
just
Let's
wait
go.
tomorrow.
Come
I'm
on.
like, no.
Take them off.
Take them off.
Come
Get
on,
it
let's
off.
go. Come on.
And I went
Take
ahead and
them
got
off.
up.
Let's go.
Let's do
Come
it.
on.
And
Take
we
them
did
off.
not think
Get
I
it
was
off.
asleep afterwards.
And I went
within
ahead and got
like
up.
20
Let's
seconds.
do it.
I was really tired.
And,
I only slept 2 hours
we
night
did not
before.
think I was asleep
I was
afterwards
sleepy.
within like 20 seconds. I was really tired. I only slept 2 hours night before.
So I asked him what he thought was a problem. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean,
So I asked
truthfully,
him what he thought was a
I feel like there even could be something wrong with me
Truthfully,
medically. I have no idea.
I feel like
it's like I
there
can't
even
make
could be
myself
something
do
wrong
it.
with me
Do you
medically. I have
remember
no idea. Like,
when it
it's like I
changed?
can't make myself
It was
do
after
it.
I had
Do you
my daughter. I
remember
just, you know,
when
I
it
get so
changed?
wrapped up in our
It was after
children,
I had my daughter.
and I just, you know,
I
you
get
do all
so
these
wrapped
things
up
all
in
day
our
with children. The
children,
last thing I think
and
about
I
is
just,
sex. That's
you
the
know,
last thing I think
do all
about. I
these
think
things
about when my
all day
head's
with
going
children. The
below.
last thing I
So
think
you
about is sex. That's
stopped
the last
being
thing
a
I think
wife
about. I
when
think
you
about when my head's
started
going
being a
below.
mother.
So
I
you
guess, yes.
stopped being a
Listen,
wife.
I decided it was
started
important
being
to
a
find
mother.
out what was
I guess,
really
yes.
going on
Listen,
behind
I
closed
decided
doors.
it was important to
So
find out
I
what
sent
was
some
really going on
reinforcements to
behind
find out why
closed doors.
Charles sleeps in a
So
pink
I sent
bedroom.
some reinforcements to find out
I'm
why
serious.
Charles
He sleeps in a pink bedroom. I'll show you that.
I'm serious. He sleeps in a pink bedroom. I'll show you that.
This is Charles staying in a pink bedroom. Charles, how do you think he feels about keeping all this info?
I don't think it bothers him, to be honest with you. I think he gets his own bedroom, his own TV, his own fish.
I think he gets his own bedroom, his own
And later,
TV, his own
please
fish.
welcome my really good friend, Ronnie Dunn. And later, please welcome my really good friend, Ronnie Dunn.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My daughter is a moocher.
Valley's room, she just can't see the mouse.
She can't see the mouse? How many fingers on the whole thing?
6, 3,
She can't see
6.
the mouse? She saw that, okay. How many car wrecks have you had?
It can't get worse.
I want to have a kid.
How would you find the child in your room?
It gets worse.
How would you find the child? So you're
It
adding.
gets worse. That's
So you're
tomorrow.
adding moochers.
That's tomorrow.
If Charles and I do anything at all, I prefer for it to be within 3 minutes.
Anything at all,
Because I can count that time and I watch the clock.
within 3
and
minutes.
Usually my show's back on.
Count that
I have
time,
been
and I watch
told
the
that
clock, and
ladies were in their sexual prime when they're in their 30s, but I've been waiting on her sexual prime now for a while, and it's just not happening.
But I've been waiting on her sexual prime.
Well, I'm here with Charles and Lindsay. Now, Charles would be happy if he could just have sex like twice a week.
Would be happy if he could
But
just have
actually,
sex
it's more like
twice a week.
twice a year.
But
But you did
actually,
have
it's more like
some
twice
interaction
a year.
last night, right?
But you did have
And let's be
some
honest, how was
interaction last night,
I was
right?
terrible. I
And
was
let's be
awful.
honest,
I know. I
how
can answer
was it?
for him.
How were
I
you
was
awful?
terrible.
Because
I
he
was
knew I
awful.
didn't want to
I
do
know.
it.
I can
and
answer for him.
How were you
just
awful?
laying there,
Because
1,
he knew I
2,
didn't
3,
want to do
4,
it.
over and over and over.
Just
You know,
laying
this
there,
is,
1, 2, 3,
it's
4,
just-
over and over.
It's hard for a
This is,
man to have
just-
a limit time. You know,
it's
I
hard
would take
for a man
12 minutes would be
to have a
perfect.
limit time.
I decided to call
I would
in a
take
sexpert,
12 minutes.
certified
Perfect.
clinical
I decided
sexologist,
to call in a
Alessandra
sexpert,
Rampolla. Has a
certified
BA
clinical
from Loyola
sexologist,
University, a master's
Alessandra
in marriage and
Rampolla.
family therapy.
Has a BA
She is
from
also
Loyola
host
University, a
of the
master's
show
in marriage
on
and
Fox
family
Live
therapy.
called I
She is
Want
also
a Change.
host of the show
Now, Alessandra
on Fox
went
Live
behind
called
closed
I
doors
Want
with
a
this
Change.
couple, not like
Now,
closed doors.
Alessandra went
To
behind
find
closed
out
doors
what was
with this
going
couple,
on
not
between
like
the sheets.
closed
Take a look.
doors. To find out what was going on
Hi,
between
Dr.
the
Phil.
sheets.
This is
Take a look.
Alessandra. I have been reading up on Charles and Lindsay.
Hi, Dr. Phil. This is Alessandra.
I am absolutely sure that once I talk to them, I'm going to get all sorts of information out of them.
Absolutely sure.
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry, huh?
Come on in.
Let's do it. I want to see where the magic is not happening.
Come on in. Let's do it.
It's nice and large. Who sleeps in this beautiful big bed?
Me and my children.
What happened to Charles? You would think master bedroom.
Me and my children.
What happened to Charles?
He sleeps upstairs in my daughter's room.
So this is Charles'
Sleeps upstairs in my
very,
daughter's
very
room.
pink bedroom.
Very pink bedroom.
Very pink, but Charles is here. How do you think he
Very
feels
pink
about
bedroom.
keeping all this pinkness?
I don't think it bothers him, to be honest with you. I think he gets his own bedroom, his own TV, his own fish.
Why don't we go back down to
I think he gets his
it?
own bedroom, his own
When are you
TV,
going
his
to the
own
woman?
fish.
I'm mom all the time. There's no time I don't feel like I'm just me. He's on the couch, I'm on the chair. I want to watch the show. And just me. He's on the couch, I could go the rest of my life without it. I'm completely content with snuggling and watching movies, holding hands, whatever. But I know that's not normal.
If you could think this is the perfect relationship that Charles and I can have, how would you draw that out?
I think Charles and I are completely perfect now. Like, we are happy. We just have that one area. Yeah, big detail.
So tell me a little about the relationship with Lindsay, and things were really good. I would imagine in the beginning the intimacy was all there.
I knew there was a little bit of problem there.
Even in the beginning.
I knew there was a little bit
Tell me
of
about the
problem. I just felt like I was neglected. I didn't feel loved. It was a mistake. I just felt like I was neglected. I didn't feel loved. It was a mistake. I know I'm in love before that. I mean, you know.
I love everything about him.
This couple, they get to go see you, Dr. Phil. I have all good wishes for them, and I do think it's very manageable, and they can manage it as well.
Okay, now I asked Alessandra to get involved here because this is her special. She does nothing but this. This is what she focuses on
this is her
day
special.
in
She
and
does
day
nothing
out.
but this. This is what she
Now,
focuses
what-
on
What jumps out at you when you make this house call and you meet with these guys?
The first thing that jumped out at me was the total disconnect that I felt from Lindsay with her own sexuality. Your libido is never going to be jump-started until you start thinking. It starts in your brain and then it goes down to your body. You're not even having sexual thoughts. You talked about earlier that you don't like pornography, and a lot of women feel that way, but erotic literature would be really, really good for you.
Like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I've tried out.
Like 50 Shades of Grey. You made a bad choice a number of years ago. And you actually got involved with someone else, you say, out of desperation. You actually got involved with someone else.
Well,
you say, he's straight. Out of desperation, you kind of blame yourself.
We're to the point, it's like, I understand. And we are so far past that, but I know I was not, being who I should have been as a wife to him. I felt it may not be completely
who I should have been as a wife to him.
Processed somehow. There's something about the rules and the excuses and justifications that almost seems like there's a punishment behind the controlling of the sex.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to find out if there is any chance of reigniting the sexual spark. We're going to find out if there is any chance of reigniting the sexual spark.
This May on Dr. Phil. It's a month of controversial guests.
Are you on medication because you're slurring your words? She threw a temper tantrum in the hotel room because you're talking to my staff.
Am I going to get my word to talk? I came here. This is my story. This is just not what I came on this show for.
Shocking accusations.
How do you feel about being here with Chris?
I am guilty of being a bad guy, but I am not a pedophile.
No, it's guilty. Stop lying.
Dr. Phil exclusive.
Miranda Barber says she has murdered dozens of
Dr.
people.
Phil, the suspect's family speaks out.
She said she hacked a man to death in the front seat of a car. What has she said to you about that man?
Plus, police say her ex starved their 5-year-old son.
He weighed 29 pounds.
Police say her kept him locked beneath the stairs.
His face was black and
And kept the exclusive stories.
What did he tell you about the closet?
This May on Dr. Phil.
What did he tell you about? We can't do this show without you, our studio audience.
Dr. Phil.
If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area and you would like free tickets, go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience.
We have a lot of fun here, don't we? We have a lot of fun here, don't we? 461-7445.
What do you think is just so special and fabulous about this man?
Very hot. He's got a great personality. He's a great person to be around.
You think he's hot, but you don't want to jump his bones.
He's great. Exactly.
You think he's hot, but you don't want to jump his
After
bones.
everything we talked about, what do you think is the number one thing you need to do? After everything we've talked about, what do you think is the number one thing?
Give it to him.
All right, I said I wanted it simple. That's simple. All right, I said I wanted it simple. But, I mean, do you think you need a better attitude about it?
Oh, definitely, yes.
But, I mean, do you think you need a better attitude about it?
Oh, definitely, yes. Start touching more. I notice even at home, you don't necessarily touch hands all the time or touch. I think it's good to just get used to touching. Regular touching, non-sexual touching.
So, to help you get reconnected, how about a change of scenery? So, that's to help you get reconnected. So, what we did is we contacted our friends at Sandals Resort. When they heard your story, they insisted on giving you the honeymoon that you never had. Okay? On giving you the honeymoon that you never had. Now, okay, they have 14 different resorts like Jamaica and Antigua and St. Lucia, the Bahamas, Grenada, all over the place. And you just pick them. You just pick one. Anyone you want to go to, we're going to send you there. No kids. Anyone you want to go to includes luxurious accommodations, no kids, unlimited gourmet dining, the best land and water sports, anything and everything you want to do. Just a break for you guys. They call it the luxury included honeymoon. Just a break. Okay? They call it the luxury. Now, while you're there, you're going to need some spending money. So I want to give you a a chime card. You see this has your name on it. And I was able to extract this last night because my son Jay is in the banking. This is one of their cards. And this is a very cool, rewarding alternative to a typical debit card, by the way. It's Visa, so you can use it anywhere that Visa is accepted. And there is actually, the reason they rolled this out, there's a Chime mobile app that you can use, because when you have this card, it's connected to deals everywhere you go. So clothing stores, restaurants, whatever, you give them a Chime card, and they give you automatically credited discounts on everything you buy. So basically, this is like Groupon without the coupon. All right, it's the only card that gives you money. Now, this Chime card for you guys is loaded with $5,000. Now, this Chime card for you guys is loaded with $5,000. Okay, so we want you to run and play and not worry about, don't pay the light bill with it. You can buy lingerie with this. You can do whatever. And if you at home want a Chime card loaded with deals, just go to chimecard.com to sign up. You can see and hear that when you launch the app, it will show all the deals that are close to you. For example, there's a deal for $10 at Best Buy or Old Navy. So if you go to either of those stores and pay with your Chime card, you save that amount. So it's really more than $5,000 because you get a discount on everything that you spend it on. So enjoy your honeymoon and the $5,000 Chime card. Now, Chime hasn't forgotten about you in the audience. Everybody in today's audience will receive your own Chime card with $25 preloaded. Any of you at home want your own Chime card that I'm proud to say my son Jay has created, go to chimecard.com to sign up. Next, one of the country's biggest superstars drops by, and you're going to find out the life-threatening habit he wishes he has never given up.
This May on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil was the first to interview House of Horrors survivor Michelle Knight. Now,
she will appear here in front of a live studio audience.
New revelations.
After 8 months, you saw yourself in the mirror. What did you see?
I'm seeing
Her new life.
I don't feel like I'm trapped in a cage anymore.
Plus,
inside the secret room, Michelle kept as she lay chained to a bed.
come this May on Dr. Phil.
Come this May on Dr. Phil.
Every situation needs a hero. Step up and be that for your child.
Every
You're having
situation
trouble
needs
with
a hero.
son or
Step up
daughter
and be that
feel
for
like
your
you're
child.
running out of
You're
options.
having trouble with
Visit
a son or
drphil.com
daughter and
to
feel
get
like you're
11
running out of
seasons
options.
of parenting
Visit
advice.
dr.phil.com
You can access
to get
articles,
11
video, and
seasons
action
of
plans
parenting
to
advice.
help you be the
You
best
can
parent you
access
can be.
articles, video, and action plans to help you be the best parent you can be.
One of the real benefits of having your own television show is you get to meet over the years really interesting people.
Having your own television
And
show is you get to meet over the years
one of the
really
most interesting I've
people.
met and has become a great
And
friend of mine is here
one of the
today.
most interesting
My
I've
next
met
guest
and
spent
has become a
20
great
years
friend of mine
as
is
half
here
of
today.
one of the most
My next
successful
guest
duos
spent
in
20
country music
years
history,
as half
Brooks
of
and
one of
Dunn.
the most successful
All right?
duos in country
Yeah.
music
How
history.
about that?
Brooks and Dunn. All right.
But now, after stepping out on his own and following a very successful debut solo album that included 2 Grammy nominations, he's just released his second solo album, Peace, Love, and Country Music. Please welcome my really good friend, Ronnie Dunn.
Country music. Please welcome my really good friend, Ronnie Dunn.
So, Robin will want me to ask you this. What do you do? What do you mean you took a year off?
Well, I just kind of just stopped. You know, we toured for 18 years straight, non-stop. And didn't take a break. 18 years straight, and we were ready to gear up again to do 70, 80 days last year.
We were ready to gear up to
I said, I'm not sure I can take it. I just want to take some time off. And he said, well, okay, take time off and go to Mexico.
Get out of here.
So we did.
Are you glad you did?
Yeah, I think it's good for the creative process, not to get too heady.
We did. Are you glad you did?
Yeah, I think it's good for the creative process, not to get too heady. Just go air out.
So you're going to sing a song for us today. This song, so everybody knows, is a metaphor.
I had to Google that.
This
song, you told me that backstage, so I Googled it real quick.
Yes,
I had to Google
like an analogy, because the title of the song is I Wish I Still Smoked Cigarettes.
Because the title of the song
All right, let's do it.
is I Wish I Still Smoked Cigarettes. All right, let's do it.
Wish I still smoked cigarettes. Light one up and travel. Stiff drink and a whisper. It's enough to light a fire. Wish I could go back to those nights sometime. Wish I could go back to those nights sometime. I wish I still drove a muscle car. Horses running under the drove a muscle car. Flying past the working sign of the stars. Wishing I could leave for good. I swore I was. Wishing I could leave for good. Every now and then I'll go back to that neighborhood. Every now and then I'll go back to that neighborhood. Wish I still did a lot of things I don't do anymore. And I didn't know everything else for sure. I guess what I really miss is the freedom. I guess what I really miss is the freedom. That's what I really miss. The innocence is what I really miss. I wish I still smoked cigarettes. Wish I still smoked cigarettes. Talking about where we were gonna go. Instead of talking about where we were going, we'd ride. Instead of talking about where we'd ride the world in the palm of our hand. Still had never had a chance. Wish I still had a lot of things I don't do anymore. When I didn't know what wasn't good anymore, but I knew everything else for sure. I guess what I really miss is the freedom. I guess what I really miss is the freedom. That's what I really miss. The innocence. That's what I really miss. Wish I still smoked cigarettes. Wish I still smoked cigarettes. Wish I still smoke cigarettes. Help them all grown up. Wherever you are, grown up. Better than I deserve. Wish I still smoke. Better than I deserve. Wish I still I had something to let go. So I had something to let go. Up in smoke.
Again, I just can't believe it. How great is that? Ronnie's new solo album, Peace, Love, and Country Music, is available now at all Country Outfitter locations and everywhere digital music is sold. And everyone in the audience is going home with a copy. Thank you so much, Ronnie. All right, I want to thank all of my guests and a very special thanks to Ensemble Rampolla and Sandals Resort. Thanks for being here. Ensemble Rampolla and Sandals Resort. Thanks for being here.
Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Hunter McCowan is charged with murder in the stabbing death of Andrew Singler.
Her brother kills her boyfriend.
I lost my two best friends.
Was it murder?
He could have called 911, but instead he left him lying there and ran away.
Or self-defense?
My son was attacked.
Why did he walk into the apartment with an open knife? It wasn't open. He said it was. With an open knife. Let's do it. He said it was. I hate to see people suffering, and you've heard long enough. I'll get you the help that you need. This is going to be a changing day in your life. This is going to be a changing day in your life. Today, a Dr. Phil exclusive. A college student with dreams of becoming a dentist is brutally murdered. A college student with dreams of becoming a dentist. His beautiful girlfriend's 19-year-old brother. The killer? Now, headlines about the shocking murder had everyone talking. Michigan teen to face trial in stabbing death of sister's boyfriend. Michigan teen to face trial. Text messages led to murder conviction of Connor McCowan. Text messages led to murder conviction of Connor McCowan. 19, sentenced to 20 to 60 years in prison for murder of Andrew Singleton. That one fateful night 9 months ago ruined the lives of two young men. One sits locked behind bars for the next 20 to 60 years. While the other lies in a coffin. Next 20 to 60 years. What sparked their deadly fight lies in a coffin. Take a look. What sparked their deadly fight.
Connor McCowan is charged with murder in the February 23rd stabbing death of Michigan State University senior Andrew Singler.
Court records say there had been an argument between Singler and McCowan's sister earlier in the evening that Connor McCowan, quote-unquote, took exception to. Police say McCowan stabbed Singler the morning of February 23rd. During a fight at the Castle Point apartment, Singler shared with McCowan's sister and another roommate. He suffered multiple stab wounds, one to the arm and another to the heart.
Teenager's murder trial focused on text messages sent just minutes before the stabbing death of an MSU senior. Texts read in court illustrate the violent and threatening texts Connor and Singler sent each other, ultimately leading up to their deadly fight.
Come on, let's do this. Talk behind my back. Come on, I'll destroy you any day. Then you wouldn't have a problem if I showed up at your apartment right now. Then you wouldn't have a problem if I showed up at your apartment right now.
Tears fall from the face of Connor McCowan as he takes the stand today. Upon approaching the apartment, McCowan said he took the knife out of the center console of his car.
Trying to get on the same side. That was scared. I thought I was going to be on the same side. That was scared.
McCowan said he used the knife to defend himself. McCowan said he used the knife to defend himself.
Connor McCowan sat straight-faced as Judge Kennedy read the verdict in his murder trial. But behind McCowan, family and friends sobbed, hugged, and wiped away tears.
Well, Connor's parents, Randy and Judy McCowan, and his sister Shay, are desperate to prove the teenager they know and love isn't a cold-blooded killer. They say Connor did not intend to murder Shay's boyfriend, Andrew. He was attacked and acting in self-defense. Take a look. He was attacked, acting in self-defense.
The night that Andrew died, we were at the bar. He gave me a piggyback ride. He slipped and I fell off his back. He played it off like it wasn't a big deal. He was very drunk and called me a whore, called me very drunk. Shay texted Connor that she and Andrew had been in a fight. If Andrew and I got into a fight, he was a mediator. Connor was getting all sorts of calls and texts and threatening messages from Andrew.
Interviewed Connor 15 times in text messages to try to get him over there to that apartment, threatening to kill him and just try to get him over there.
When Connor got to the apartment complex, he looked at his phone. One text said, "Hurry up so I can put it." Connor was afraid to go up there without having any protection for himself.
The pocket knife was in his car. He thought, I better put this knife in my pocket. Connor was buzzed into the apartment. When Connor got there, the door opened.
And Andrew flew at him and started punching him in the head.
Connor said he couldn't get away from Andrew, so he took out his knife and cut him.
Andrew grabbed his stomach and then went down on the ground. And he said the roommate yelled Connor run. Connor was driving home and he threw the knife out the window of the car. I got a call from Andrew's mom. She said, Andrew's dead. We don't want you at the funeral. We hope your brother rots in prison for the rest of his life.
Connor came home, woke me up and told me what had happened.
It was just an awful nightmare for everybody. They arrested my son, read him his rights, and took him to jail. I lost my two best friends in the matter of seconds.
It's been 9 months now, and nothing will ever be the same again. It's been 9 months now.
Now, Connor's mother, Judy, Father Randy, and Sister Shay are joining us today. And first off, look, I'm terribly sorry that this has happened. 20 to 60 years, you all think is ridiculously harsh, correct? You all think is. Why is ridiculously harsh penalty so harsh in your opinion? Why is this?
Well, I think obviously Connor was trying to defend himself that evening. It was clear. I don't know if it's 20 to 60 years, if it's just an eye for an eye, and let's throw away another life because they lost a son. I mean, I get it. It's horrific that they lost their son, but he was like a son to me, and I've lost 3 kids now, not just one. So.
They feel awful what's happened to Andrew, but my son didn't do anything illegal that night. He was defending himself. He was attacked.
Why did you decide to get your brother involved in the fight?
Connor is my best friend, and the 3 of us, Connor, Andrew, and I, we were best friends, hung out every single day. And anytime Andrew and I would be in an argument and things would get out of hand, I'd give Connor a call and he'd come over, and he wouldn't get in the middle of things, but his presence would mediate the situation. We'd go back to laughing and having fun. And that night I was so overwhelmed and so, I was in so much pain that I just texted him.
Did your brother take it the way I did? That your rib had been broken because Andrew had attacked you?
I'm not sure how he interpreted it, but my text message didn't wake him up. He read the text message after Andrew had called him once, and he asked me, "Are you okay?" And then I told him I was okay.
Do you feel like you started the dominoes falling here when you texted Connor?
I don't think so, because my text message didn't wake Connor up that night. If Andrew had never called him, Connor would have read the text message in the morning, and I could have explained that.
Dozens of messages were sent between Shay, Andrew, and Connor the night of Andrew's death, as well as like 100 calls from Andrew looking for Shay. Will they prove Connor was fighting for his life? Will they prove Connor was fighting for his life?
I get messages weekly from people I don't know, blaming me that I should be in prison instead of my brother. I received a picture of Andrew saying that I'm the reason why he's dead. It's so painful. People will never understand what I'm dealing with. It's so painful. People will never understand what I'm dealing with.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil. Behind the smiles lie brutality and rage. Dr. Phil.
Not from the husband. It is from the wife.
She's abusive.
I will always go to a level 10.
And as you said, if it's not violent, I don't feel better.
She's cold.
Were you upset they brought you flowers?
I don't know how to handle affection.
But most of all, she's a woman school.
It scares me when I hear stuff like this.
It scares you enough to go and have an affair?
It scares me when I hear stuff like this.
That's tomorrow.
Go and have an affair?
That's tomorrow.
My friend, he just been stabbed. I'm driving to a hospital right now. I just got home to my apartment and there he was. I don't know what to do.
Do you want to stop and get an ambulance? How's he doing?
You want me to do what to do?
Do you want to stop and get an ambulance? How's he doing?
He's not responsive.
All right, so we either need you to stop and get an ambulance, come into your location, or you need to get him to the hospital.
I can get to the hospital right now.
Okay, so when you came home to your apartment, you found him in the apartment?
Yeah, he's laying right there.
And is he unconscious right now?
Yeah, he's breathing really hard.
Is he conscious? So where in his body is he stabbed?
I don't know if it's a one puncture or not. I just picked him up and grabbed him and went.
Is he able to talk to you right now?
And did he say something to me? Anything went?
Is he able to talk to you right now?
No, he's not saying anything now.
He does. Like, actually answer your questions. You need to ask him who did it. He does. Like, actually answer your questions. You need to ask him. What's your name?
It's Tyler. I'm his roommate.
Okay. Is he breathing?
It's like he's choking or something. I'm about to pull into the emergency yard.
That was the 911 call made by Andrew's roommate. Now, during the trial,
That was the 911
one of the most
call
damning
made
pieces of
by Andrew's
evidence
roommate.
was that
During the
after
trial,
stabbing Andrew,
one of the most damning
Connor
pieces of
did not
evidence
call
was that
911.
after stabbing
Instead,
Andrew,
he ran.
Connor did
He drove
not
all the
call
way home,
911.
ditched the knife
Instead,
on the
he
way,
ran.
woke up his
He
father,
drove all the way
and
home,
told him what
ditched
happened.
the knife on the
Then
way,
instead of
woke
calling
up his
911
father,
from their
and
home,
told him
Randy
what
and
happened.
Connor drove back
Then
to
instead of
Andrew's
calling
house
911 from
to
their
check
home,
on him.
Randy and Connor
Now,
drove
if
back
someone
to
had made
Andrew's
that call
house
sooner,
to check
would
on him.
Andrew still be alive?
Now, if someone had made that call
Hindsight's
sooner, would
2020,
Andrew
but the
still be
prosecution
alive?
made
Hindsight's
a point of
2020,
all of
but
this,
the
correct?
prosecution
If he said it was
made
self-defense,
a point of all of this,
once he
correct?
had incapacitated
If he said
him
it
and
was
was no longer
self-defense,
threatened
once
by
he had
him, he could have called
incapacitated
for
him and
assistance,
was no
but instead he
longer
ran
threatened
and threw
by
away the
him.
knife.
He could have called for assistance, but
He
instead
was
he ran,
afraid.
threw away the knife.
Afterward, but he
and
never thought that that wound was something that would kill, that Andrew would die from.
Well, let's take a look at some of the text that went back and forth between them. It was clearly inflammatory, but there was a very unusual undertone of civility between the two at the same time. Connor to Andrew, I'll knock your teeth in, watch who you're talking to, you
watch who
told me where you are, and I'm already awake. I have no problem finding
where you are, and I'm
just
already
to
awake. I have
blank
no problem finding
whoop your
you.
ass.
Just
Then
to
Andrew back to Connor. Oh,
your
you're
ass.
so hard, Connor.
Then
I'm so
Andrew
scared.
back to Connor.
Then
Oh,
Connor to
you're
Shay.
so
Okay,
hard,
well, I'm
Connor.
about to
I'm
get
so
in my
scared.
car and find him.
Then Connor to
and
Shay. Okay,
beat
well, I'm
the
about to get in
out
my
of
car
him.
and find him.
He's saying
and
all of
beat
this
the
blank about
out
you
of
and
him.
cussing at me
He's
and blank like
saying
that.
all of this blank about you and
so
cussing at me and
did
blank
you get
like
that text? So you knew he was going to
did you
find
get that?
him.
I didn't
So
think he would
you knew
actually
he
do
was-
it.
he
I
was
think he
going
was
to
just
find him.
really worked up that
I didn't
you
think
were
he would
waking him
actually
up
do it. I think he was
with
just
this.
really worked up
Andrew
that
to Connor.
we were waking him up.
I'm home,
this.
you blank
Andrew to
idiot.
Connor.
Andrew to Connor.
I'm home,
Good call,
you
though.
blank
Connor
idiot.
to Andrew. Then you're
Andrew
just
to Connor.
adding fuel
Good
to the
call,
fire
though.
then, and I'll
Connor
say
to Andrew.
anything to
Then
your
you're just
face,
adding
blank.
fuel to the fire then,
What
and
makes
I'll
you
say
think I'd
anything
be
to
afraid
your
of you?
face,
All
blank.
5'11" of
What
you?
makes you
Ha.
think I'd be afraid
Andrew
of
to
you? All
Connor.
5'11"
Good one, Connor.
of you?
You're
Ha.
barely taller than me.
Andrew to Connor.
Blank.
Good one, Connor.
Andrew to Connor.
You're barely
Ouch,
taller
you really
than
got
me.
me.
Blank.
Andrew to Connor.
Andrew
You're
to Connor.
pathetic.
Ouch. You really
Connor
got
to
me.
Andrew. Then you wouldn't have a
Andrew
problem
to
if I
Connor,
showed
you're
up at your
pathetic.
apartment right now.
Connor
Then,
to
huh?
Andrew. Then you wouldn't have a problem if I showed up at
to
your
Connor.
apartment right
Come
now.
over.
Then, huh?
I'll blank embarrass
Andrew
you.
to Connor.
So
Come over.
that's their
I'll
exchange.
blank
I mean, it
embarrass
sounds
you.
like a couple of little kids.
So
That's
that's
horrible.
their
And
exchange.
then
I mean, it sounds
this
like a
one,
couple
which
of
I
little
don't
kids.
testing, Andrew to
Yes,
Connor.
it's horrible. And
Blank
then
you.
this one, which
Connor
I'm
to
testing,
Andrew. 20
to Connor.
minutes.
Blank
Andrew
you.
to Connor. Blank
Connor
you.
to Andrew. 20 minutes.
Connor to Andrew.
Andrew to
I
Connor.
gotta get
Blank
gas
you.
first.
Connor to Andrew.
That's
I
why.
gotta get
That's
gas.
what I mean. It's like this doesn't sound like a
That's
homicidal
what I-
maniac.
That's
to
what I mean.
me.
It's like
When
this
Connor's
doesn't
saying that,
sound
Andrew
like
to
a
Connor's
homicidal
right. Hurry
maniac
up.
to me.
Andrew to
When Connor's
Connor.
saying that,
So
Andrew to
I
Connor,
can
great,
blank
hurry up.
kill you.
Andrew to
Then
Connor.
Connor to
So
Andrew.
I
Will
can
do.
blank
Andrew to
kill
Connor.
you.
Not
Then
literally.
Connor to Andrew. Will do.
But
Andrew to
your
Connor.
ass needs to
Not
be beaten.
literally.
And guess what?
But
Blank.
your
I'm going
ass
to
needs to be
blank
beaten.
make sure
And
it
guess
happens.
what? Blank.
So,
I'm going to
it's
blank
like,
make sure it
okay, I'm
happens.
coming over, but I got to
So,
stop and get some gas.
It's like
Okay, hurry up. He says, I'm going to kill you. Well, wait, I don't mean really kill you, but... Okay, hurry up. He says, I'm going to kill you. Well, wait, I don't mean really kill you, but... This is happening on two levels.
I personally think him saying I'm stopping for gas, and it was like saying you still have time to apologize to me, you know? You still have time to make this right.
Why did he walk into the apartment? Why did he with an open knife?
It wasn't open when he walked into
He said it was. With an
He
open
didn't go into the apartment.
Connor said as he got out of the car, he opened the knife.
and put it in his
As he got out of the
pocket.
car, you understand how a prosecutor uses this and how a jury hears it. He goes from location A to location B. He shows up, opens a deadly weapon, puts it in his pocket, and then goes to the guy and then says it was self-defense. You
I understand how it appears, but it is legal to do. You can legally put a pocket knife into your pocket in our state. You can open it in our state. So what he did, yes, it doesn't sound that great. But what he did was legal. He was afraid for, he was hoping to God he didn't have to use it.
I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not saying it's illegal, but I'm telling you, it's illegal. Having debriefed thousands of jurors, telling you that they're looking at state of mind. And he went in with a deadly weapon. All right, next, Shay and Andrew's relationship. Were they a volatile, toxic couple? Did Shay keep their troubles hidden from everyone close to her until it was too late? Is Connor a good boy who was legitimately afraid? We'll talk about all of that next. Who was legitimately afraid? We'll talk about all of that next.
Connor does not deserve to be in prison right now. He is an overall great guy. We had about 40 letters that were written to the judge asking for leniency in his sentencing. He's got a big heart, and he wouldn't go out of his way to hurt anybody. He's got a big heart, and he wouldn't go out of his way to hurt anybody.
It's been a trial full of tears as emotional testimony on the life and death of Andrew Singler plays out in the courtroom.
The prosecuting attorney says Connor made the intentional decision to go to Singler and knew how serious it was to bring the knife.
Andrew Singler was murdered by the defendant. I think the prosecution and the family wanted an eye for an eye.
I was in shock. The judge read that the jury found him guilty of second-degree murder. When I heard the verdict, I was devastated. I just wanted to take him and hold him and keep him with me.
We all love you, Connor. It's not over. We'll continue to fight for you. It's not over.
Connor McCowan says the night he stabbed his sister's boyfriend, Andrew, that he was punched in the head and that he acted in self-defense. In fact, Connor doesn't use the word stab. He says swiped. So he did not perceive it as having stabbed someone, but instead he described a swiping motion to get him away from him. Did you have a relationship with Andrew that was violent? Was he violent towards you?
He was violent towards me.
Did you tell anyone about that?
I called the police, but then I hung up because I didn't want anybody to know.
I called the police, but
so
then
you
I
never
hung up because I didn't
made
want
a
anybody
complaint,
to know.
and apparently you never told your parents.
No.
Because you feared they would say, that's it. No more, which you wouldn't have.
Absolutely.
Did Connor have bruises or cuts or whatever that were documented by photograph that night of having been beaten about the head?
When he came home to talk to us,
is this a picture from that night?
Yeah.
And you can see above his left eye, there's an abrasion there.